What would happen if 100 humans faced off against a fully grown male silverback gorilla? Interesting topic, right? How would this battle go down? In this scenario, the humans are without any tools or equipment, only their bare hands and raw strength to take on this wild beast. So how many of those 100 people do you think would survive? Would humans even win, or would the gorilla massacre everyone without even breaking a sweat? First, we need to take a look at the physical powers of both gorillas and humans. When people hear the word gorilla, many think of that calm vegetarian creature that goes viral in Instagram clips dancing goofing around. But don't get it twisted. That lovable looking creature can easily turn into a living nightmare. Let's start with the jaws. Gorillas, especially silverbacks, have jaw power that can make your skin crawl. The bite force of an adult male gorilla is around 1300 psi, pounds per square inch. What does that even mean? Well, it's almost twice the bite force of an African lion, or even more than a pit bull. Think about it. 1300 psi means it can easily crush large animal bones, or snap a coconut like it's a candy shell. Now, what about humans? On average, human bite force maxes out at about 160 to 200 psi. That means a gorilla's jaw is about 6 to 8 times stronger than ours. Which means if a gorilla sinks its teeth into any part of a human body, the result will definitely be shattered bones, torn muscles, and a straight-up disaster. Imagine what would happen if it got to the neck or skull. Now let's talk arms and legs. Gorillas, thanks to their unique muscular and skeletal structure, have incredible strength. An adult male gorilla's strength is equal to 8 to 10 strong, well-trained men. Some studies even estimate up to 15 times stronger, but 8 to 10 is more realistic. What does that mean? It means a gorilla can break a normal tree with one hand. One punch from a gorilla can shatter a human rib cage. Its grip strength is so powerful that it can lift or drag around 600 to 800 kilograms. Compare that to a regular human who can barely handle 82 to 100 kilograms. And we're not even talking about professional athletes here, just average people. With that kind of power, a gorilla could easily lift a man off the ground, swing him around like a doll, or even throw him across a field. And don't even get me started on the leg power. With that massive weight and powerful muscles, each kick could be lethal. Alright, now that we've got the gorilla-human comparison down, let's go through 3 different battle scenarios between the gorilla and the humans. Scenario 1. One-on-one battle. No need for much explanation here. If one man, even if he's a wrestling champion or the world's strongest man, goes up against a fully grown male gorilla, the outcome is almost guaranteed. Disaster for the human. The gorilla can end it quickly with one punch, a bite, or a simple throw. The human stands no chance in this scenario. The gorilla's speed, brute force, and deadly jaws don't allow for any kind of resistance. Best case scenario, the gorilla shatters the chest with a single blow or breaks the neck in one swift move. This fight is more like a bug being squashed underfoot than a fair fight. Scenario 2. Small group attack. Here's where a little false hope might creep in. 5 to 10 people, maybe they can surround the gorilla, maybe they can land a few coordinated hits? Nope. Unfortunately, the answer is still no. Gorillas are extremely intelligent and aggressive, especially when they feel threatened. In such cases, their attacks become lightning fast and wildly violent. With one move, the gorilla might toss one person, bite another, and smash the rest with punches. The gorilla's reaction speed is super high. In just a few seconds, it could seriously injure multiple people. Maybe a group of 5 to 10 could distract it for a few seconds, but they have no logical or effective way to actually inflict serious harm without tools. The gorilla's bones are so solid that even the hardest human punch or kick feels like a mosquito bite to it. Its skin is thick and its body is covered in dense hair. Good luck trying to claw or bite. The only real weak points might be the eyes and throat. But realistically, do you think anyone can accurately hit a gorilla's eyes while it's thrashing around and tearing people apart? It's almost impossible. So this scenario also ends with a high human death toll and clear victory for the gorilla. Scenario 3. 100-man army attack. Now we're at the climax. 100 humans versus one gorilla. Now it seems the odds are tipping in humanity's favor. All that weight, all those limbs, all that energy, could these men finally overwhelm the muscle-bound beast? Picture 100 people charging the gorilla from all directions. The gorilla would probably be shocked at first, but not for long. Its survival instinct and aggression kick in fast. Its first reaction? Probably pounding its chest and letting out a roar to scare them off. But once it sees it's a real attack, it'll jump into action. With its massive body, the gorilla can easily clear paths through the crowd and knock people out of the way with every swing. A single punch or kick could knock down several people. That's when fear spreads among the men and their coordination breaks down. Now we come to the main strategy. Dogpile the gorilla. Yep, they'll have to jump on it and try to pin it down. That's likely the only plan the humans can come up with in this no-weapons scenario. Maybe 10 to 20 people manage to jump on the gorilla at once. Each person weighs about 70 kels. That's a combined weight of 700 to 1400 kilograms. That much weight would definitely be uncomfortable for the gorilla, but would it be enough to pin it down? A gorilla is a dynamic creature. With its massive shoulder and back muscles, it can shake, twist, jump, or even drag its back across the ground to throw people off. Imagine throwing a 1400 kg weight on a gorilla. With one powerful shake, it could fling off several people. The spinning force and impact it creates could break bones and cause serious injury to the people clinging on. So can they hold it down? Maybe for a few brief seconds before the gorilla starts flinging, biting, and smashing again. Fighting a gorilla is like trying to stop a moving car with your bare hands. The force it generates is unbelievable. Now you might ask, why didn't we count all 100 men jumping at once? My friend, it's not a fluffy lamb. The gorilla's body has a limited surface area. At most 5 people can actually stand on it, and that's assuming the gorilla isn't moving. Even if they tried from the sides, realistically only a few people could jump and stay on. Let's say 20 guys try to jump on its shoulders and grab its neck. They're going to get slapped in the face and launched across the field. Maybe you're thinking, hey, what about the neck? Isn't that a weak spot? Yeah, let's examine that. Can humans even break a gorilla's neck? Well, let's first look at the gorilla's neck. How much force would it take to snap it? Breaking the neck of such a muscular, powerful animal requires an incredible amount of force. The neck muscles, especially where they connect to the skull and spine, are super dense and strong. And the bones, forget about it. We can't estimate an exact number, but you'd probably need hundreds of kilograms of focused force, maybe more than 2,000 newtons applied in just the right way. Humans, even in a group, would struggle to apply that kind of focused power on a resisting gorilla. The gorilla's neck is short and hard to reach. They can easily protect it during a fight. Even if 10 or 20 men try grabbing it at once, the gorilla's strength allows it to free itself easily. In the process, there's a high chance of the gorilla biting off hands, crushing skulls, or just smashing bodies. So snapping the gorilla's neck, even with tools and planning, is extremely difficult, let alone with bare hands. So in these scenarios, the gorilla had it easy, biting, smashing with enormous power, tossing people like rag dolls. But is there really no way for humans to win? Well, in this no equipment scenario, there's almost no realistic chance of killing or defeating the gorilla. If we consider a very, very slim possibility, it might be by targeting sensitive spots like the eyes, throat, or even the groin. But in practice, while the gorilla's moving and fighting, this is super hard, and the chances of missing are high. And if you do manage to hurt one of these areas, the gorilla will become even more enraged and will double down on its attacks. At that point, the person who hit the gorilla in the groin might as well kneel and pray for mercy, because a few seconds later, they'll be torn into 1,000 uneven pieces. So yeah, in the 100-man scenario, if every single person somehow synchronizes perfectly and catches the gorilla off guard, jumping on it all at once just to hold it down and choke it, maybe, just maybe, they could pin it briefly. But the gorilla still needs to breathe and can use its strength, roars, and violent thrashing to throw most of them off. Even this strategy would come with massive human casualties. Even if they managed to hold it for a few minutes, the gorilla would eventually escape. So the final conclusion of these scenarios, without tools, we are hopeless, my friend. The whole team works hard to make these videos. To support us, don't forget to like and subscribe to Factorium.